Hi, good morning. It's Kimberly Crawford, and you're here, um, Intention Tuesday live at 10 a.m. And I'm really just so full of appreciation that you are choosing to take these 10 minutes out of your day to fill up with self care and practice some mindfulness together with your Intention Tuesday tribe. Whew, I need a few extra wiggles here, right? I feel still a little ungrounded. So I'm going to, as we're settling in and finding one another and connecting, um, going to continue to root down further and ground myself and ground this place beyond time and space. And I've had a couple of friends talk to me about not feeling as grounded or as connected to themselves, to the earth, to their I don't know, time space continuum. Um, so we're going to be working on that through um, our meditation today, as well as really diving into the two-way street in regards to giving and receiving kindness. But I want to tell you a little story first. I was driving down, I live in the Bay Area, and I was just driving down Castro Valley Boulevard with my son, and we were always in a hurry trying to get somewhere. And I had taken a wrong turn, and we were not on our usual path. And this isn't new, like every once in a while we take a different route, but that day it felt like we turned and it was like a Twilight Zone movie. Even though everything looked the same, the vibration and the feeling of moving down that street felt as if we were like just ripped out of our time space flow, and we were in a place that completely felt abnormal. And it took us literally taking a moment, feeling ourselves in our body, asking, our people for help, our spirit guides, our, praying, our angels, God, however you want to call it. And we literally asked to be placed back into the flow. So I just want to offer that to you in case you are in a moment of time that doesn't feel like you belong there, or you feel completely out of place. I know our world literally feels upside down and shaken up like a snow globe right now. Um, Also, if you are feeling like your typical mini meditations, those check ins where you're feeling solid and grounded, aren't working, if you can, go off and find nature and kick off your shoes, go stand in some grass. I know that there's probably a park nearby at work, or maybe you can slip into the backyard and allow nature to help you. Um, Putting plants or stones at your desk that you can hold, while you are talking or practicing, really help you as well. And then if you feel like anchoring to the earth isn't working, then anchor beyond the earth. Call in your connections and root to the earth, root to the sun, and then spread out into the multiverse and imagine all the different pieces of yourself uh, lining up in like a grid, and all bringing like spider webs, right? And connecting yourselves in beyond space and time, all the pieces of yourself. And you can pretend you're Doctor Strange, right? And really cast out those spider webs. Okay, enough about those little tips and tricks. We're going to dive into intention number 16, which was an original that we had practiced last year, written by Jill Keene. And we thought it was wonderful to bring this back because in these times where we feel like we're pushing so much out and we're offering help and support and guidance, maybe for friends, family, different communities and activist groups that, we belong to, we feel like there's a lot of output that's happening. And part of our experience here on earth is also being able to take in at the same level that you are putting forth. Okay? So we're going to be talking about that today. And she writes, allowing others to be kind to us is twice the gift, one for the giver and one for the receiver, doubling the grace. It is a divine exchange of energy that turns the wheel of life. So if I'm constantly pushing out and I don't allow energy to flow in, then I'm depleted. I have nothing left in my reserves, right? And literally, like the in breath and the out breath, giving and receiving, it turns this wheel, this flow of energy, right? The prana within us. So it's part of this magical divine system. And as we spend the time doing our work to be present, we may forget to allow others who are also doing their work to be present to be kind to us. Believing in the myth that we are all individual and separate, we may perceive that needing or wanting help and accepting those acts of kindness is actually weakness or a personal failing on our part. But that is so backwards. That is the opposite. In actuality, the truth is those who have developed a strong spiritual constitution can walk around with this vulnerable heart, right? Can move into the flow with the grace of knowing that they must receive and take in and fill up in order to be able to give. Practicing random acts of kindness or conscious acts of kindness means that we are open to receiving those same experiences we delight in gifting to others. The door to grace swings both ways. Gosh, that's a mantra if I've never heard one. The door to grace swings both ways. Intention number 16, mantra, is I see the opportunities to receive kindness. I allow myself to be open to people who wish to give. Okay, I'm going to mind the timer. And I invite you to, if you haven't already, sink into that soft, still place and prepare to fill up. I see the opportunities to receive kindness. I allow myself to be open to people who wish to give. Today, let's really pay attention to the somatic messages our body is offering us. Our shoulders may feel really heavy right now, feeling the weight of the world, feeling that every choice is bigger than life. And when our hearts and minds are heavy, and yet we feel like we must do it all alone, that's a recipe for overwhelm and anxiety. And if we believe with our hearts, not necessarily what we see with our eyes, we know that we are not alone. And if we open that little door in our heart space, and if you're not ready to open the door, you can have like a speakeasy hole where you just open the top, slide the top open, and you can peer out with that internal guidance, When you look through that perception through your heart, gosh, you can see the world so differently. You can see the abundance there. You can see the opportunity, the possibility right there on the horizon. Maybe it was that friend that offered to take you to lunch, that asked if you were okay, and she wasn't just wanting to hear fine. They really wanted to know how you were doing. Today, we are open to that vulnerability, or with each breath, widening that door, allowing it to swing open wider, allowing that flow of divine love to enter into us. Pulling it in through the threshold and welcoming it into the deepest parts of our inner world. I see the opportunities to receive kindness. I allow myself to be open to people who wish to give. I allow myself to be open. And saying we don't need help is like pushing away blessings. So today, let's strengthen our constitution of vulnerability. And as we're here in our heart space, imagining our door is open, inviting this calming blue and green light to flow in through that door, filling up our inner space, cooling off all of the inflammation of uncertainty, choosing instead to bring up memories and moments where you were provided for. Allow that beautiful, calming blue light to move throughout your body, soothing, relaxing, releasing. With every breath, letting go of that quest for answers and just allowing yourself to receive this moment. Allow yourself to take in the easy breaths. Allow your ears to soften and welcome in the music. Allowing your body to relax, knowing that you are held and loved and cared for, and that you are in a space right now where you belong. or your purpose of being, of breathing, of being aware is all that's needed. I see the opportunities to receive kindness. I allow myself to be open to people who wish to give. And the beauty of this mantra is it's not like you're sending your naked soul out there being vulnerable to people not in alignment with you. You are simply allowing yourself the opportunity to receive with those that are in alignment with your vibration. So how about in our last minute and a half together, we make sure that vibration is as high as you can possibly vibrate right now. So let's go back into our body, back into that heart space where we are filling up and beginning to overflow with that blue light. And I want you to notice the cells of your body. Imagine them as tiny little vibrating balls of light. And offer them a smile. And instruct them to vibrate as high as they could possibly move. With your intention, lift that frequency within yourself to the highest level that you can resonate. Almost as if you feel like yourself lifting off the chair, your feet lifting off the ground, elevating with this high vibration. Now hold on to that vibration as you begin to come back into your body in these last 15 seconds. Allow your body to memorize this feeling and call yourself back. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take that last big deep breath in. Sometimes those 10 minutes move by like lightning. And maybe it would help. I use Post-it notes and I put them everywhere. And this one sentence that Jill wrote, the door to grace swings both ways. Putting that Post-it somewhere, or it will remind you to stop and allow the receiving to come in. Beyond this space with your safe and intention tribe, but with your high vibration, right? When you're operating in your state of grace and allowing that vulnerable heart to have those conversations that need to be spoken, opening yourself up or a possible exchange of healing or an infusion of ideas or energy can continue to inspire you. It's no longer about motivation. It's about inspiration. And today's mantra, I see the opportunities to receive kindness. I allow myself to be open to people who wish to give. Those will be the key players in what will continue to spark that inspiration so you may do those wonderful things out there in the world. Believe me, if you're asking yourself, why am I here? What is What is my purpose? You are so desperately needed. You're needed to be there, to be on the receiving end for somebody who is desperate to offer some of their magic. Allow that divine flow to operate within you and around you. Know that you are special, appreciated, loved, worthy. I adore you. And this is the highlight of our week. Know that Jill and I offer our deepest appreciation and love for you. So please, tonight, before you lay your head on the pillow and give in to another day, please join Jill for the 10 p.m. version of this mantra. Until then, I'm sending you ease and grace. I'll see you on the other side.